A stunning development that will rock the world of sports. The announcement earlier today that 52-year-old Walt Clyde Frasier has come out of retirement. The Knicks have signed Frasier to a 10-day contract. He will receive the league minimum. Now, to make room for Clyde, the Knicks have announced that they have released veteran backcourt man Scott Brooks. So Walt Frasier, who last played in the NBA back in the 79-80 season, will give up his radio color commentary position to make his return. Frasier spent 10 years as a member of the Knicks, a Hall of Fame career, also recently selected among the top 50 greatest players in the history of the league. A 7-time All-Star. A look at Clyde getting ready before tonight's game. Average better than 19 per game. A key member of the Knicks' 2 championship teams. He's played his way back into shape, leading to today's shocking announcement. And John talked about it with Clyde.
Clyde, this is an unbelievable announcement tonight that you made. What made you think you could do it, and how did this come about?
Well, one day at practice, I was just messing around with the guys, and, you know, I was doing pretty good. So Ernie said, "Hey, Clyde, you look pretty good out there." And he told me that if I really wanted to come back and I worked diligently to do it, you know, he would think about it. So I lost about 10 pounds. I'm about 210 now. I used to play at 205, and we thought it was the right time now to bring me back for the playoffs.
Boy, shooting around, you sure look good, Clyde. Is this a matter of money? Is it a money thing for you?
No, Breen said he'd loan me the money if I needed it, but, you know, I'm only making like the minimums because Scott was only, you know, I'm taking his place, so he wasn't really making a lot of money. So it's just something I wanted to do. I felt it was maybe now and never, and since the opportunity is there, I thought I'd try to capitalize on it.
Clyde, what do you think you can bring to the Knicks this year?
Well, obviously, I can't be the Clyde of old. I can't play 35 minutes, but I think I can do 10 or 15 minutes. Especially down the stretch, the last 5 minutes, I think I can come in and stabilize the team, get the ball to Ewan, try to do some pick and rolls.
Well, I've been watching him work out on the road, and he still has his old quickness, his knowledge of the game. He was shooting the ball very well, and as I kept watching him, I said, how good would it be to have Clyde back for a playoff run and going into the playoffs? So I asked Greg Brittenham, our strength and conditioning coach, to work with Clyde, and he's getting him into game type of shape, and we're real excited about it.
Well, I'll tell you, I was a little apprehensive at first working with a guy at such an advanced age, but he's running on the court. I mean, he's proven to me that he's in great shape. He's kept himself in shape, and I'm excited to work with him. I'll tell you, he's going to contribute to the success of this team. Back in the 70s, they never even ventured into a weight room, and Clyde has embraced weight training and has become quite a bit stronger as a result. So I think he's a good asset. He's going to be a tremendous asset to the success.
Obviously, our 2 guards have had trouble in the post, so being the all-defensive guard that he was back in the, what was it, 60s, that I think that he'll give us good post defense.
He gives us poise, experience, especially playoff experience. He can hit a clutch shot. He's a great defender, and we're bringing in a bigger guard. I think a guy who can do some rebounding and who can defend.
Oh, man, it's going to be tremendous, you know, watching him out there playing and hopefully being out there on the court with him at the same time and getting a couple of passes. It's going to be like old days, you know, the sideburns are still there, and I know he can still play, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, it's going to be up to Clyde how much time he gets. You know, it depends on how he plays in practice, how quickly he picks up the offense, and it's really going to be up to him.
Hate to see Scott go, but we've increased size and experience. So Clyde, having been a great player in the past and with great playoff experience, should help us a great deal.
Well, I'm disappointed. With all due respect to Clyde, you know, the 50 greatest players of all time and probably the greatest Knick of all time, but I just feel like, you know, I've worked too hard for this opportunity. You know, it's the playoffs coming around the corner, all the hard work over the summer. This is the time it should pay off. And Clyde, he's probably only worked, you know, the last week or so on his game, and I mean, the guy's old. You know, what can he bring to the team that I can't do? You know, it's disappointing, but it's just the way this business is, and I wish him well, but all I gotta say is one thing: I hope I get picked up by a team. We play the Knicks in the playoffs, and I can show what they could have had. I don't believe it. I think it's garbage.
Well, this is tough to deal with right now. I mean, we're talking about a situation where Terrell Brandon and Bobby Sir have only heard of the greatness of Clyde, but to actually go up against him tonight, I'm not sure that we can do a last-minute deal. Maybe the NBA will give us permission to try and bring someone in that has played against him and has a little more experience, because when Clyde gives him the tricky dribble, when he reaches around for the swipe from behind to take off on one of his patented fast breaks, I know one thing, they'll get the crowd excited out here tonight.
I'm stunned. He never even gave an inkling that he was even considering it. And I suppose I'm happy for him because obviously he wants to play, but I don't have a partner now. And I'm in a lurch because I've never done a game before by myself, and I'm going to have to do that for the rest of the season. And again, he obviously wants to play, and I guess that's the best thing for him, but I think the thing that hurts me the most is that over the past 5 years, we've developed a real great friendship and some great chemistry on the air, and he never said a word to me about it. I had to find out about it in a press release.
Well, John, I'm going to miss the announcing part. I really like working with Mike and all of that, but you know, this is something that I couldn't pass up, man. I have to try it.
Go get him, Clyde.
Yeah, thank you.
Very somber-looking Walt Clyde Frasier, beleaguered after a very difficult day working out, and perhaps unhappy that the fantasy has come to an end. A little April Fool's delight earlier on the Knicks game night, our pregame show, as Walt Clyde Frasier was announced, signed to a 10-day contract by the New York Knicks at the age of 52, giving up